pay money for visa that is not even guaranteed. Ask you so many questions, fill loads of forms. You have no idea the ease of traveling to countries that honor your passport without visa. You just pick up your passport. That's it. You don't need any embassy, any issue. You just pick up your passport, buy ticket, book your date, you go to the airport. You now have to go and sit down, fill application form, and ask one question, this question, that question, look for documents, supporting documents, ask supporting documents. What is all this? What is all this? Your citizenship is not heavy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Your citizenship is not heavy. But then there are human beings like you who don't have to go through what you go through to go to the places you want to go because of their citizenship. You are more educated than them. You are more beautiful and handsome than them. You even live in a better place than them. You are more level-headed than them. You are more smarter than that person. But like they will say, where is your own? Some of them, like you just said, some of them are even living on welfare, benefits, welfare. You even have your own job. But the place you dream of going, the places you want to stand, they can just get up, pick their passport, not go, forget about any embassy or what, and just go. Because they are covered by the authority of their citizen. What am I trying to tell you? Paul said you are a citizen of heaven. It doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get better than that. We're talking about the greatest nation, the greatest kingdom in existence, the most powerful kingdom in existence, the richest kingdom in existence, heaven, and you are a citizen of that kingdom. You carry that passport. It means that there are certain things about life that you will find your way through. You cannot be stopped. No, you can't. You cannot be stopped. You belong to a nation. You belong to a certain nation. That is what citizenship comes with, certain rights. I'm going to talk about the responsibility, but I want you to see the right it comes with. And you see, a typical example. When, recently, it's been all over the news about a guy called John Charles, a missionary, John Charles, a missionary who went to one of the Indian islands and has been killed. A missionary from Oral Roberts University who went to one of the Indian islands to share Christ with the people, the folks there. And the guy has been killed. They believe that his body has been buried. The people are an isolated group. They don't deal with outsiders. Even the laws of India and those countries around them forbid people from contacting them, because over the years, anybody who has contacted them, they have killed. Or they have attempted to kill the person. They don't want anything to do with anybody. By certain, research, they said there are about 120 people on their island or so. They are very savage. They don't want to have anything to do with the outside world. One of the few people who have had contact with them, a researcher who I think in 1997 or 87, one of them, ventured. They almost killed him. So eventually they only dealt with him on the water when he was on the river. They brought them some coconuts and blah, blah, blah. The people came. They don't want anybody on their island. And so it is forbidden. People are not supposed to go there. But John knew about them. He had read about them and wanted to go and share Christ with them. He got around, paid a few people to take him to the island. They took him to the island. And the people actually shot him with an arrow. But he was holding his Bible on his chest like this. So the arrow went into the Bible. So he didn't touch it. And he had to swim like about a mile to the next shore because they wanted to kill him. And he wrote all these things in his diary, which now, that's how everybody knows what exactly transpired before. So every encounter, every attempt, he came down and jotted them in his diary. They dated and jotted everything. But he still wanted to talk to them about Christ. He still wanted to share Christ with them. He felt like if somebody has to talk to them about Jesus, because these people don't know Jesus. So even if it cost him his life, and all these things were in his diary, even if it cost him his life, he has to go again. And he paid a few people some people to ferry him close. He went to the island. They believe he has been killed, even though his family is saying that he may be alive, but they believe he has been killed because some other people, the people who actually took him there, and some other people who lived quite a distance from them, they saw the people on the beach dragging a body and burying the body on the beach. And the person looked dressed like the guy they took there. So they believe that he's the one. Nobody has heard from him since. And because he's an American citizen, U.S. has stepped into the issue. See that? So they are putting pressure on the Indian government to try and retrieve the guy's body for them. And it's not working because, how do you call it, social workers that they sent were almost killed by the people. So anybody who approaches the island is going to be bloody. So right now, certain human rights groups and all that are saying that there is no need to cost other people their lives when somebody decided that he knew the risk and he still wanted to take the risk. So if he's there, it's painful because he went there with good intention. But if he's dead, let sleeping dogs lie, because if you send people to retrieve this body, some might get killed even if the body is retrieved. Then what's the point? So they should just leave him alone. And his family is also pushing that he may be alive. Maybe they have tied him up, maybe they have kept him there. But you see, because he's an American citizen, the American government is pushing for his body to be recovered. They are putting India under pressure to recover the body because he's an American citizen. If he was a Ghanaian, if a Kutuado talks, they will just insult him. They will just insult him. If a Kutuado said anything, nobody will mind him. Absolutely nobody. If he was from Buhari, Nigeria, and Buhari said something, who will mind him? Yes, they themselves will even start insulting him. Please, retrieve the body for us. You know what they will tell him? They will tell him that the man who had gone to die, you should think about himself, you should think about their country, how he will do well in their country. That's what they will tell him. They will start insulting him. You know, if it was Liberia and George Weah was talking about it, nobody will mind him. But because it is America, and he's an American citizen, the government feels that it is their responsibility to bring him back, even if it is stuff that is decomposing, to bring it back to his family. That is how powerful the citizenship is. And Paul said, you are a citizen of heaven, and you think God will leave you alone? And you think God will allow the devil to run your life amok? When even the government of men know how to protect their citizens. They know how to stand and speak for their citizens. And you think God will let your life be messed up by the devil when you are a citizen of heaven? No, think right. As a citizen, it comes with certain privilege. And one of them is that your honor will be preserved by the nation. Look, American citizens go fight. Or some of them were not even engaged in fight, but they were taken as prisoners of war. And taken as prisoners of war, you see their captors using them as negotiation tool. Give us this and take your people. You know, give us that and take your people. Release this one or take your people. Meanwhile, they captured other citizens that they have killed because they know their country, they can't do anything for them. So, who are you? Where are you from? So, I'm from Zimbabwe. Where $1 million Zimbabwe dollar buy one bread. $1 million Zimbabwean dollar will buy one bread. How can you be? Where are you going? Say, oh, I'm going to buy bread. But you are holding 1 million. Yes, one bread is 1 million. Can you imagine the rubbish? You know, a loaf of bread in Zimbabwe is $1 million Zimbabwean dollar. Yeah. They probably, I don't know now that Mugabe has left how the inflation rate was, but their inflation rate was, I think, the highest in the world. So one loaf of bread was $1 million. One Zimbabwean dollar. A car. Now that one we are talking billion. We are talking billion. That's how bad it was. So you see, because you are a citizen of those kind of countries, the people don't even honor you, they don't respect you. They don't care. They don't respect you. They don't respect you. Recently, when Trump said this thing about shithole countries, after we don't need people from shithole countries coming, look how it became a big issue. But which countries did he mention? He mentioned countries from Norway. He said Norway. We need people from Norway, and he mentioned some other countries to come into our countries, and blah blah blah. You see, the interesting thing is the countries he's mentioned. These are